Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this New Year 5783. I'm Reb Cantor Lisa Levine, and this is Yoga Shalom at Home. It's hard to believe we've been together for years now, and it's always my honor and my extreme pleasure and joy to be with you. I'm going to be your guide for this next hour through a forgiveness embodiment practice. It's a yin practice supported from the ground up. Yoga means union, and today we unify our hearts, minds, bodies, and spirit in a themed focused on slicha, the Hebrew word for forgiveness. In our liturgy, it's more often repeated as slach lanu, mechal lanu, kaper lanu. Forgive us, pardon us, grant us atonement. Today we'll put these words into the context of self-care. How do we forgive ourselves for falling short? It might mean not putting on our own oxygen mask before we look to care for others. It may be that we have a hard time forgiving someone else who's wronged us. It might be forgiving ourselves and others for not living up to expectations placed upon ourselves and upon them. Whatever it is we wish to focus on today through our practice, it's our own kavanah, our own blessing, our particular and general supplication of letting go of whatever it might be that's weighing down upon us. So let's begin by acknowledging how we're feeling today. Find your comfortable place, either in the mat or on the chair. Do a quick body scan, paying particular attention to not judging ourselves. Begin by attaching a string to the crown, the keter, and extending that string to connect with the source of healing. Beyond anything that we know, Ein Sof. Along that string, a light of forgiveness comes into the crown of the head, melts down toward the face and the neck, shoulders, arms, spine, the lev, heart center to ferret the balance between chesed and gevura, compassion and strength. That forgiveness down into the belly and our hips, legs, knees, ankles, and feet. Feel the power of the Shekhinah, the mother who sits at the head of healing. Everyone who is in need of healing, the Shekhinah presence is there. Allow the waves of light to relax any place which feels knotted or tight. Untie the knots. Allow that light to create space for self-care and renewal of spirit. Imagine that light just washing through from Keter to Shekhinah all the way down to the feet, and creating the Shefa energy of forgiveness. Pathway for cleansing and healing. Now allow the attention to fall into the breath. Today we're going to embody the Hebrew letters for God's name, Yud He Vav He. We've done this exercise before, but I particularly love it for today because we're created in God's image, and when we see others as an extension of God, forgiveness becomes easier. We are one in our seeking and our finding forgiveness as we imagine the family of earth as holy, filled with the blessing of light and goodness. Even if this is not always true, the image helps us to imagine the good in everyone. So we'll use the Shiviti, the symbol that you see, on the wall of my studio here as a symbol for loving others as we love ourselves. Yud is our head. Hey are the arms. Vav is the spine. And the hay for the legs. If you're on the mat, it doesn't really matter. You can still imagine that the thighs are the hay. I'm seated now, but I'll move to the mat in a moment. So close the eyes. Bring the attention to the tip of the nose and the nostrils. And begin by exhaling all of the breath out of the body through the nostrils. Inhale and imagine the breath coming all the way in to the crown of the head, the Yud. Exhale and allow the breath to release slowly, letting go of the thoughts in your mind. Inhale and imagine the breath coming into the hay, the arms down to the fingertips. Exhale and release anger and resentment and trauma out through the fingertips. Allow it to join the flow of the river. Inhale, allow the breath to travel along the Vav of the spine from the top of the neck to the tailbone. Exhale and release blessing and love into the world. Inhale and imagine the breath coming into the legs. Hey, from the hips to the knees to the feet and toes. Exhale and allow the legs to connect with the forgiveness of Mother Earth, her energy bringing a sense of calm and peace to the entire body. Once again, inhale into the Yud, into the head, all the way to the Keter. And exhale, let go of any thoughts in your mind. Allow them to float away like clouds. Inhale into the hay, into the arms, all the way down to the fingertips. And exhale, release anger, relax the arms, pain. Inhale all the way along the spine and feel the spine extend and make space for forgiveness. And release that blessing and love into the world. Inhale into the hay from the hips to the knees, to the feet and toes. Exhale and allow the legs and the feet to connect with the forgiveness of Shekhinah, her energy bringing a sense of calm and peace to the entire body. And breathe normally. Good. I'm going to go back to the mat now. It's really cold here today, about 52 and rainy. We're going to start with heart openers. So if you've got your bolster, just put your bolster right behind your hips. These are going to be longer held asana, and I might include a breath exercise we're going to do. So just lower yourself back onto the bolster. The soles of the feet are together and the knees are out, or if you have another bolster and you just want to put your knees up, that's fine. Bring your hands down to the sides if you'd like to do a mudra. That's really good too. Settle back down into this Supta Baddha Konasana. As you do that, allow the breath to come into the lower belly, lower lungs and upper lungs. Hold the breath or pause and then release, allowing that forgiveness to flow in and out to anyone who you'd like to say I'm sorry to. Inhaling, following the breath, 3-part breath, always pausing at the top. And then as you release, feel the arms becoming heavy and relax all the muscles of the body. Again, inhaling the forgiveness, the healing coming into the heart center, cracking open the lev, letting anything you don't need, just let it go. And as you exhale, imagine it releasing through the breath to join the flow of the river. Let it go. Just continue this pattern through the rest of this beautiful prayer. Nice, deep, even breaths. Absolutely important to cleansing the nervous system. And slow exhales. Empty all the air from the lungs, get rid of all the toxins. Deep exhale, slowly. Perfect. And then bring one knee over to the other and push yourself up. We're going to do the same asana, Baddha Konasana, but without being supine, without being lying down. So this takes a lot of support. I'm going to grab 2 things. I'm going to grab my big bolster. And then I'm going to grab another blanket. Feet, soles together, the knees are out. And I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to put these, I'm just going to put these blocks right underneath. And inhale and exhale and just fold forward. And as you do that, just allow the shoulders to release anything that you don't need. For this asana, the breath is into the lower back. So really try to expand the lower back. And then as you come back down, release the shoulders forward. Allow the hips to release outward. The chin should be tucked close to the chest. Third eye could be rested on the top of the palms, on the top of the hands, not the palms. And continue the 3-part breath. It's a little harder in this position, but do the best you can. Inhaling, lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs. And then exhaling, releasing anything you don't need and relaxing every muscle in the body. And continue following that breath pattern throughout the rest of this song. I need to check something. Reset this. That up a little bit. Okay. Inhale into the lower back, lower lungs, upper lungs, and release the breath completely, letting anything you don't need fall away from the shoulders. And coming up, bring your pillow down to the mat or your blanket. Had to put this one in at the last minute because I messed up the sit rep, but I love this. So let's come down onto the side and we will do a little supported side twist. Doesn't matter which side you come onto first. It really doesn't. I've got a blanket in between my knees, which I love. I'm going to bring my arm forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, just bring that arm over to the back. Nice twist. You can look towards that arm, open the heart center to forgiveness. Inhaling, coming up, bring the arm forward. Inhale, arm up. One more time behind, palms down. Look towards the back arm and feel the stretch in the spine as you exhale. Inhale, arm up and all the way forward, and just spend inhaling. And go straight to the other side. I love that chant. I didn't write it, but I definitely love it. I'm going to come down to this side now. And yeah. Okay, so I've got my head on this pillow, got both hands forward. Inhale, one arm up and behind. Nice easy twist as you exhale and release. Inhale the arm up. Bring it all the way forward. Bring palms together as you exhale and relax. Inhale, arm up. Bring it all the way behind you. Can do palm up or down as you look to that side. Release the spine, open the heart, and listen. Inhale, arm up. Bring it down, palms together, and relax. One more. Inhale, arm up. Opening the heart to forgiveness. Everything you need is right there for you. Inhale and bring the palms down and just rest in this side yin position, opening the right lung with a 3-part breath. Bring it all the way in and releasing. Excellent. And push yourself up. We are going to go into one of my favorites, supported balasana. So I like to do this child's pose with my knees a little bit farther apart. Going to bring a big bolster in here, a blanket, maybe even another pillow, maybe. And then fold forward. I think I'm going to dump that. I want to be hugging this bolster. I'm just going to bring my cheek down on it. And once again, the breath is focused into the lower part of the back. The arms are relaxed. The hips are open. Inhaling into the lower back. Oh, I've got a cramp in my foot. That's not good. Into the middle lungs and then into the upper lungs. And then as you release, just allow the whole upper body to melt into the bolster and the blanket. Inhaling, bringing the childlike quality of trust, forgiveness into the heart. And as you release, just let anything go that you don't need. Continue this breath, 3-part breath. You really have to be mindful of the breath, especially when you're hugging the bolster, that you're not breathing shallowly. So really pay attention. Inhaling. This is a good one to use kumbhaka, which is pause at the top. As you fill the lungs, completely pause. And then slowly release. Relax the arms, chest, and the belly. And let go of everything. Pause at the bottom. One more deep breath.
You are with me.
And empty all the breath out and breathe normally. Wow. Slowly come up. And a supported bridge. So this one's easier if you have a block. So I'm going to just grab my block, lie down. Okay. Just press the feet into the mat, lift the hips, just place the block right under. Now, if you want to go higher and you have a second block or another pillow, that's fine, but I find this to be restorative. And then just allow the hips down onto the block, palms are up into a receiving posture. The heart is open and the breath comes in through the feet, through Shekhinah of healing, all the way into the legs, up the Vav, all the way into the arms, into the Yud, of Ahava, of Yud Hey Vav Hey. And then as you exhale, imagine the air releasing from the Yud, the Hey, the Vav of the spine, and the Hey of the legs. So once again, Yud Hey, Vav Hey. Inhaling in through the legs, the spine, arms, and the head. And imagining the air then releasing down, out through the arms, the spine, and the feet. Inhaling, feeling that healing bridge, embodiment of forgiveness, all the way from the kete, and then all the way out through the fingertips, cleansing, washing away anything that's weighing upon your heart. Waters of forgiveness, riding these waves of the breath, like waves of the ocean, crashing up and then taking anything you don't need as you release the air. Breath, water.
We are a bridge to peace. We close our eyes and breathe, sending our hope and love into the world.
Releasing that hope and love into the world.
Together we become Geshe-le Shalom, a healing bridge that joins our hearts as one.
And releasing.
Geshe-le Shalom.
Think of someone that you'd like to join your heart with today. And use the breath to bring that healing into the heart center. And as you release, send that healing to that heart that you join with yours. So many in need of healing. So many hearts. And remove the block. And for our moment of Yizkor on these interim days before Yom Kippur, bring to mind all of our loved ones who have departed this earth. If you have a name to remember for Yizkor, for Kaddish, please say that name in your heart out loud. If you'd like to bring your feet up onto the bolster or the couch or a chair, it's good to do an inversion. I think I'm just going to lift my legs right up and grab behind my knees and just roll from side to side and allow my grief just release from the hips. Allow the grief to flow out and up through the feet. Allow the good memories of love and blessing to come into open heart. Bring the arms down to the sides or open the heart center with elbows bent and arms out. Continue to breathe in those moments of blessing and love, and to release those moments of blessing and love into the world. Inhaling and releasing. Perhaps taking a moment to forgive someone who's wronged you, who's no longer living. Send that blessing of forgiveness to them now. And if you can't find that blessing of forgiveness, no judgment. Use the breath to cleanse away the trauma, cleanse away the pain. Replace that pain with love. Bring your hands down to the sides. If your legs are on the chair, bring a bolster under the knees, and let's get ready for Shavasana. I'm going to bring another pillow under my head, nice and supported. If you have an eye bag you'd like to use, just cover your eyes, cover your feet if they're cold. Bring a blanket up over. As you relax back down into Shavasana. Imagine your mat or your chair, your couch, your bed becoming that 10-inch warm cocoon of cotton. I love the image of folding back into cotton because it's so soft. Today we have the foamy cotton. Just imagine that warmth. Just hugging the back of the body. The healing angel, Raphael, is behind you, bringing healing to the back of the body. As you imagine this blanket of warmth, of energy, of light, of forgiveness being drawn up over the feet. Blanket being drawn up over the legs. It hits your fingers and comes up over the belly. all the way over the chest and arms, is tucked right up under the chin. You have an angel of healing behind you and a blanket of forgiveness warming you. The Shekhinah presence of healing is gathered at the head and at the feet, guiding a presence of forgiveness and healing, a force field, if you will, to surround the body. Taking a moment to imagine the beating of the heart. With each breath, sending oxygenated forgiveness to every vein, every artery, every cell, every organ. Nikavim, nikavim, chalulim, chalulim. Imagining those openings and closings, opening a space for healing, for forgiveness, all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the toes, all the way to the keter, the crown, all the way through the heart. Sending the light of forgiveness coursing through the body. Bringing a deep sense of contentment and warmth, wholeness. Take a few moments to memorize this feeling, as with each breath you sink deeper and deeper into this warm cocoon of forgiveness. May God send a blessing of forgiveness to all of us. May the light of forgiveness shine in us and through us. May the gift of forgiveness bring us wholeness. Wiggling fingers and toes, bringing yourself into this moment. Gather the knees to the chest, roll over onto the right side, and when you're ready, push yourself up. Let's do our healing circle for this time for the gates begin to close for all of those who are in need of our healing prayers. We bring our hands to heart center and say a name, someone in need of healing, to yourself, or if you want to share with the group, please feel free to do that. I have 3 names today: Emily Levine, Ellen Passman, Diane Klein, all of those who are suffering from the devastation of Hurricane Ian. Let's inhale, our arms open. Bring that healing and forgiveness into the heart. Exhale, send it out. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, press palms down. And bring the hands as we tuck the chin into the heart center. Massage the heart. One more time. Inhale, arms open. Exhale, send that healing out into the world. Inhale, palms together, and press it down and bring the fingertips to the third eye, praying that our wisdom brings us clarity, healing, and forgiveness. And thank you all for spending this hour of restoration. I wish us all a year of blessing, a year of forgiveness from the inside out. Namaste.